is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all, this
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome back.
Yes.
Everybody, we had the last week off.
It's great.
Any big things you did, Al, over the break quickly?
Hung out with the kiddos, took them to their first baseball game, fireworks on the field. A good time was had by all. What about you, Sammy?
We went to the beach in Santa Cruz. Sophie boogie boarded for the first time. Miles fed the ocean mud over and over
As
for
you
about
do.
4 hours. It was wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Camp Cobb, as usual.
The annual?
Parents' house, right on the water. So sitting on the dock of the bay for the week.
Did you play that song?
Not this year. Generally,
usually
it
you
comes up, or Sam Cooke, I Was Born by the River, which we weren't.
Nice.
But, what did you do?
Just a lot of vacay, little like barbecue, did the pool, paddle board, all that good stuff. I made Jordan watch The Gladiator.
What'd you think?
Dude, it was the best.
Did she like
Wait,
it?
the
Yeah, she loved
Netflix?
it. No, the original Gladiator, my favorite movie. She hasn't watched it, so we
Gladiator,
watched
okay.
it over break.
Okay, got
Should
it.
have been a prerequisite before you got married. You
Listen, it
watched this
almost
movie.
caused us to get a divorce.
I get it.
But we're back on track. I'm kidding.
good.
I'm kidding. All right, let's get to
marriage
it, guys.
saved.
One of the biggest movies premiering this summer, speaking of good movies, is the new Barbie movie. So stars hit the pink carpet in Los Angeles last night for the world premiere. Margot Robbie, who plays Barbie, ditched the pink to wear a black, sparkly, strapless trumpet gown with a diamond choker. The look was inspired by the original Barbie doll from 1960, and this is no coincidence. A lot of Margot's looks while doing press are Barbie inspired, so including this pink and white blazer that Margot wore that matched with Barbie from 1985. Then there's this hot pink polka dot mini dress inspired by Barbie from 2015. There was also this black and white striped dress that looked a lot like the very first Barbie from 1959.
Nice.
So
I dig it.
Listen, I got to give them credit. They're doing a great job marketing this movie, but we haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, but the reviews are fantastic. You have people saying that Greta Gerwig, the writer-director, knocked it out of the park. It's satirical. Adults will like it. Teenagers will like it. I don't think it's for kids. And that Ryan Gosling's getting a lot of buzz for his performance as Ken.
How does that make you feel?
I feel like they're overlooking Barbie. And
You haven't seen it.
I have yet to see it, but I do think that Barbie's getting the short end of the stick.
I'll just say this as somebody that this movie is probably not aimed at. I saw the trailer when I went to go see Asteroid City with our co-host Tori, and I was sitting there kind of stone-faced. They got 3 legitimate laughs out of a comic.
Nice.
It's impossible for me to laugh. So to make me laugh 3 times, I was really impressed. And like you said, satirical for adults. And to your point about it not being for kids are so grown. You saw my kids; they get sarcasm and innuendo. So maybe it's for everybody.
Yeah, I'm here for all things Issa Rae. And she looked amazing on that carpet. I want to see, obviously, she's just she thinks about all of her projects, and there's a lot of depth to her. So I'm excited to see how she shows
her
up.
dress. Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
she does look amazing. Yeah.
That was the same noise Jeff made when he saw Margot Robbie. You went, ooh.
Well, I was reading and I looked up and I was like,
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah,
it looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Can you say somebody looks great in 2023?
No, apparently not.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Say someone looks nice. He grunted.
Yes.
And went,
That's the way
I didn't
45-year-olds
grunt
You went,
like Home Improvement. No, I just went,
Yeah.
you look good, like that. You made it seem like I was caveman about it. All right, well, welcome back, everybody. All right, they're calling it Slapgate, the sequel. So Britney Spears is speaking out after she was involved in an altercation in Las Vegas. You guys probably saw this story during last week. Britney claims she was hit in the face by a security guard working for the #1 draft pick, I might add, NBA player Victor Wembanyama. In this video obtained by TMZ, Britney approaches Victor from behind when the security guard appears to swat her hand away. Here it is in slow-mo, right? But did he slap her? Can't really tell from that. In a post on Twitter, Britney called the incident embarrassing and said she tapped Victor on the shoulder and Victor's security guard backhanded her in the face. Victor claims she grabbed him from behind but did not see the slap. Either way, the Las Vegas police determined Britney's inadvertently got hit herself in the face. She did it herself, according to the police.
That's a very strange line to read because you don't hear about people hitting themselves in the face.
Inadvertently hit herself in the face.
I just think when you are 7'4", and you are the #1 draft pick and you're in a tourist destination / trap like Vegas, your security probably is on high alert. And again, we've seen this with stories that we've covered and stories we're about to cover. Erica, when you're surrounded by a bunch of fans and somebody's reaching for you, you don't know what they have in their hand.
True.
You don't know if they don't like that you have fur on and they're about to throw red paint. You don't know what somebody's doing when they're reaching for you. And your security job is to slap first and ask questions later. So I didn't see anything wrong with that. Britney's super famous. She could have sent somebody over there saying, Mrs. Spears wants to take a picture. I'm sure it would have been no problem. But when you run up on somebody, sometimes that's what happens.
I think she's embarrassed.
Yes.
And I think she's in a little bit of a privilege bubble. This is just my perception. She's never chased a fan. I mean, maybe she has. This is the first time I've seen Britney chase a fan, or as a fan.
Right.
And I think she's embarrassed that she didn't get the accolade that she might have thought she would have. And I'm a huge Britney fan. So I don't.
We all are. So, yeah.
I think this one's on her, unfortunately. That's my opinion. Erica?
When you first hear the story, it sounds like bananas, but then when you see it, you're like, oh, I could see how that could happen. Like, you're just like, oh, she got excited, and she's like, oh, I want to say hi and take a picture, and then she just ran up and tapped him. Now, if I'm Britney Spears, having been swarmed by press and paparazzi, most of her entire adult life, before she was an adult, I don't know if I would have even had the presence of mind or the thinking that something like that would happen. And she said that too. It's also a little strange to me because, I mean, great for these young guys deciding to have security, but we know like super famous, established, wealthy people, and Britney didn't have her security.
I know.
I was like, that was the first time. And no, that's no shade to this dude who, honestly, he's been getting a lot of hate. And all he did was walk into a restaurant. So I don't think that's cool either. This isn't his fault. But I do think that it is a very strange juxtaposition to have like someone as iconic as Britney Spears without the aggressive security and then being like, but wait a minute, who's this kid? Like looking up, you know, who he was.
Did it remind you guys of that story we did a couple weeks ago, the golfer that was running up to celebrate with his other golfer friend?
Yeah.
And the security guard tackled him because he was I didn't know who this guy was. And we are seeing more and more people running onto stages, people running after people. And again, I think people were kind of on that security guard side because had something happened, everybody would have been like, where was the security? Yeah. And in that case, we were like, oh, there he is on top of that other famous golfer.
Which it should be, right? Victor's getting a ton of buzz. He's the #1 draft pick for people that don't know. He played his first summer league game. He's supposed to be the next LeBron James. He's like really like a huge star, and it almost seems sad to see Britney chase him and no one kind of really rallying around Britney. I understand she's got this following on social media, but it seems like, I don't know, I don't want to say the fall of Britney.
No, like in the moment, no one rallying, or like on social?
On social for sure, but in the moment, no one's even saying hi to Britney. Like it's it's a new day, it's a new era.
I was surprised her security wasn't there to kind of. You would just think there would have been a battle of security.
It's a very weird juxtaposition to see.
Yeah, and Victor shouldn't be getting hate. He didn't even turn around.
Right.
He didn't even turn around. This guy's from France, if you didn't know. This is his welcome to United States. Like, you hit Britney Spears in the face. This guy's probably like, dude, America's crazy.
She was about to pull on him, right?
Yeah.
To get his attention.
It looked like she said she tapped, and it looked like a tap.
Yes.
I mean, I do agree. You got to be careful.
Yeah, but we didn't even get to the story. Harry Styles just got hit in the face. We did the story of BB Rexa getting hit. So people are getting crazy now. You can't be too careful.
Drake got hit at his concert, so yeah, it's a trend now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think who cares? Coming up on DBL, our interview with the hilarious Mikey Day. He's telling us about the latest season of his hit Netflix show, Is It Cake? And Elton John's emotional final farewell as he ends his tour. We're going to talk about it next.
DBL, this show is amazing.
There's a lot going on down here.
I would have been part of the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
So on point.
But I'm going to have a conversation about what's happening now.
We're live.
All right, Sam, you're dealing with
I just started my threads, and everybody else's followers transfer.
Yeah.
Mine are all listed that I have to confirm. So now I have to go through however many followers I have and click confirm. to allow it to happen.
Just do 10 a day and you'll be done in 3 days.
That's not true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why mine's not working.
Are you excited for Threads? When did you hear about it?
I've been engrossed with my mom the past week, so I've been completely off my phone. So I probably heard about it last night, like 4 days too late, because I just have not been watching the news, paying attention. I haven't been on my phone. But before I looked at the follower thing, I did see the layout. It looks just like Twitter. For me, that's great, because then I already know how to navigate it. But I understand why Elon Musk is upset, but at the same time, Truth Social looks just like Twitter too, and
That was a great point.
I didn't hear Elon Musk and Donald Trump go back and forth, so what's up with Mark Zuckerberg and him?
Well, also, I feel like if you are the guardian of a platform, I know Al loves when I
What
use
did you
guardian.
say? Guardians of the
Guardian
craft.
of the craft,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. If you're a guardian of a platform,
Yep.
especially as ingrained in pop culture as Twitter, and you have allowed this demise to happen,
Yeah, it's on
it
him.
is the responsibility. First of all, it's saying that you can't, basically, you're protect this monopoly, which is against, everything.
Antitrust
Right,
laws, yes.
exactly. And secondly, that's yo bad.
Yeah.
It is 1,000,000% yo bad. Elon Musk did not create Twitter.
Right,
He
right.
purchased it and then he tanked it. He got rid of all the employees in the most unceremonious way.
Yep.
Let those people have their jobs.
I also heard that a lot.
Yep.
Welcome back. What a legend. That was Elton John singing his hit song, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, during his final show for his farewell tour. So Elton played 330 shows over 663 days. How old is Elton John now? The tour started in 2018 and was put on hold during the pandemic. During his final show, Elton thanked his fans, and his friend Chris Martin also beamed in from his show with Coldplay. Let's watch.
You know how much I love to play live. It's been my lifeblood to play for you guys, and you've been absolutely magnificent. Thank you.
We just love you so much. We're so grateful for everything you've done for us, everything you've done for the AIDS Foundation, every time you've been kind to anybody, everything you've done for LGBTQ.
Wow. So Elton John's 76. He's doing all those shows. The young kids are kind of stopping their tours to take a little mental health break or from exhaustion. And Elton's 76 out there still doing it. But this is sadly maybe his final tour. He says it is. I don't know if it is.
I hope it's not. I want to see him live. I've never seen him live. You got to, right?
I did front row.
Was it incredible?
I told that story.
Right.
Yeah, I told it real quickly. What Billy Joel does with his tours is we were way in the back. It was 4 of us, and someone tapped me on the shoulder and like, hey, do you want to trade seats? And they brought us all the way down to the front row center, and I'm like looking around, and I was like, hey, did someone give you your seat? And they're like, yeah. And so Elton John gives away, or I'm sorry, Billy Joel gives away the first 2 rows to like more enthusiastic people to get the show going, and it happened to be with Elton John when he was touring. Unforgettable.
Yeah.
Sam, the only thing I'll disagree with what you said is I hope it's his last tour. I know there's a selfish thing because all the people that we like, they are retiring, and there's a thing where it's like they've given us so much. What did you say, 300 and some shows in 600 days?
Yeah.
And it's just like that is exhausting. We just got back from a week break and we needed that. Imagine touring, imagine, the people, it's just a lot. So he's given us so much. What a legend. I'm glad to see him go out like this too. It's not like sometimes you see people and they should have retired a couple years ahead of time. So let's be happy he's going out on his 2 feet.
I agree.
And his philanthropy. He's still doing so much for the AIDS Foundation, so much for LGBTQIA community. He's incredible.
Do you think he might give it pump the brakes a little bit and then maybe just
a final?
Not a tour, but just pop up at little shows. You know what I mean?
I hope so.
It's hard to turn it off.
Have we gotten a truly, in his words, biopic? Like,
I mean, that
truly,
one
like-
was pretty good, whatever that last
And he
one.
supervised it.
Yeah,
He
that was
heavily involved.
Yeah, but like it's just something about like having the story told with the
Through his-
imagery and like all of that, not like, very raw.
Right.
That's what I would want to see.
I would too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Did you guys see the new Bob Marley movie coming out?
No.
Ooh, it's cool.
Is it doc or is it scripted?
It's scripted.
Who's playing him?
Elton John. All right, coming up on DBL, our interview with SNL comedian Mikey Day. Wait until you hear the SNL sketch idea he has for the DBL hosts.
Be honest, do you ever really put down your phone? If you're like most people, you need to charge your phone pretty often to keep up. Verify viewer Kathy emailed us to ask if it's true that you can impact the life of a battery by waiting to charge your phone until it's dead. So Kathy, let's verify. Does letting your phone's battery die before recharging extend the battery's lifespan? Our sources are cell phone makers Apple, Google, and Samsung, and Osaruman Ibn Ejesu with battery replacement franchise Batteries Plus. Most cell phone batteries are lithium-ion, which requires a lot of energy to charge from dead to 20% and from 80 to 100%. Cell phone makers Apple, Samsung, and Google say the energy generates a lot of heat, which hurts the battery.
If that's your common practice, that's not good for the life of the battery.
All of our sources say it's best for the long-term health of lithium-ion batteries to keep a charge between 20 and 80%. Some new phones even limit or slow charging once your phone is at least 80% charged to help keep you from straining the battery. So, no, letting your phone's battery die before recharging does not extend the battery's lifespan. It can actually decrease it. The same advice goes for lithium-ion batteries that are used in power tools, appliances, and other electronics. To find out what kind of battery your device uses, check the instruction manual or label. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. It's a show that'll have you screaming at your TV, trying to answer the question, is it cake? Well, earlier we spoke with the show's host, Mikey Day, and just so you know, Mikey was listening to our show beforehand, which had us debating the state of America before we ended up talking with him. Let's just say it was a very hard turn. Take a look. Welcome comedian, writer, producer, and improv all-star, Mikey Day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that tease coming off your guys' intelligent debate was America needs to get tolerant. All right, coming up, he has a rubber ducky in the background. Please welcome the guy who cuts through hats that are cake.
Yeah, we pivot.
Yeah.
We switch
A
gears.
little transition there for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like even in our ear, they're like switching gears, and we're like,
Yeah.
Mikey Day.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you? Coming up, smashed through a toilet that was made out of cake.
I think you got.
Welcome, clown Mikey Day. No, thank you guys for having me. You guys are
Feel free to pitch this segment on SNL if you want. Make fun of us.
I know
fun of us,
that
please.
could work.
That might
Just
work.
hard
It might work.
transition.
Just make sure you use Sam. She's the head honcho over here. All right,
Yeah,
let's get
we're
to
coming.
it.
I think Chloe can play Sam. I feel like I'm casting it right now.
Could you? Then you'd have to be me.
Oh, there you
Let
go.
me see. I think maybe I could play you.
Yep.
Perhaps. I think I would play you.
Yeah.
I'll take Michael
Yeah.
Che.
Michael Schaefer
Ooh,
for Al.
Yeah.
Ooh, Che. All right.
Erica.
Okay.
Who do I get?
Let's see. Ooh, Ego? Yeah?
Ooh, yes.
We'll
there
take it.
you
I
go.
think we got the segment.
We
Two
just got a
gorgeous-
segment.
Yep.
Two gorgeous ladies. I think it worked. We just cast it.
We just. It's happening. It's
This would
happening.
be good, and we could use it for like cold opens, Daily Blast Live. And there'll always be a transition. Like you guys will have an intense debate, and then transition to someone like, all right, right, coming up,
I think it's
he's got a
hilarious.
potato chip that looks like Tom Holland, and he went viral.
It's true. We have an orca story later. So yeah, you've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to you. We could do this all day, and I think we do have gold there. But you're going into season 2. Listen, are you fooled by any of your cakes? My kids love this show, but what's your personal guessing percentage?
I'm getting better, but I'm definitely fooled by them regularly. And you would think I wouldn't be because I'm right next to them, but some of them are so good I have to be reminded. Because I'm told before and instructed how to cut them so I can cut them adequately on TV, but sometimes I'll literally forget which one is the actual cake and I'll have to be reminded. So they're really good.
Yeah. That would really intimidate me. First of all, we talk to a lot of celebrities on the show, but like you are a celebrity to my kids, especially my youngest, so I feel like I have to really represent for Florida right now because cake or fake,
Yes.
this is my life. So
Kids love it. Kids love the show.
I don't
It's
think
awesome.
people understand how huge this show is huge. It is part of what I hear daily. So I have to ask you, you were talking about cutting the cakes. I know how long these must take, so would you even just take the risk and just say, let's stop for a second because I don't know where to cut this? Because if you cut it wrong, how terrible would you feel?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because the cut is the most important part after they've baked it, of course. So I'll talk to the baker before, and they'll be like, okay, you have to go right here because right here is like the best place that'll reveal all the pretty cake inside. And sometimes it goes well and other times it's a disaster, which I've been sent plenty of messages on social media of people being like, you cut cake like an 8-year-old and I'm angry now. And I'm like, why are you so angry?
I know. Yeah, we've had some of those people write us too.
Yeah.
Okay, we only have a minute.
Sure.
Yeah, we only have a minute left. You were a writer on SNL before you were a cast member. So what was the audition like that won over Lorne Michaels?
I'm not sure. I think it was some sort of magic. I'm still in awe when I think, oh yeah, I'm on the cast of SNL. It's very surreal to this day to think about.
So cool.
I'd say you're doing okay.
Yeah, you deserve it, man. You're hilarious.
You deserve it, man.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
We love you.
That's very nice of you
And we
guys.
can't wait to see our segment on
I honestly am going to try and do, I'm going to at least write it, a Daily Blast live, with just hard transitions after nuanced, intelligent debate to like someone
Just
like
ridiculous.
me with a rubber ducky in the background.
You nailed it. You nailed it. DBL Nation, do not miss season 2 of Is It Cake? It's streaming now on Netflix. Mikey, thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations
Yes.
on
Come back
all
soon.
your success. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, guys.
In June, the USDA approved the sale of chicken made from animal cells for the first time in the United States.
That's right, no egg and no bird, just cells grown in a lab.
This approval gives 2 California companies, Upside Foods and Good Meat, the green light to sell cultivated or lab-grown chicken in the U.S.
And now verified viewers, including Sandy and Yvonne, want to know if cultivated chicken is being sold in U.S. grocery stores. So let's verify.
Our sources are the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Food Safety and Inspection Service, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, Ricardo San Martin, director of the Alt Meat Lab at the University of California, Berkeley, Upside Foods, and Good Meat.
The short answer here is no. Lab-grown chicken isn't being sold in U.S. grocery stores, but that isn't because it isn't safe to eat.
The FDA and the USDA Food Safety and Inspection Service have given it their seal of approval. It's actually because cultivated chicken meat is much more expensive than farmed chicken meat. Upside Foods and Good Meat grow their chicken meat cells inside a cultivator. The cells are fed nutrients and vitamins for growth. When they're big enough, the cells are shaped into a range of meat products, including cutlets, nuggets, shredded chicken, and satays. The whole process takes a few weeks. But according to Ricardo San Martin, director of the Alt Meat Lab, the process for creating cultivated meat in the U.S. isn't scalable to the mass market yet. So instead, Upside Foods and Good Meat, the 2 federally approved vendors, are selling exclusively to restaurants for now. So we can verify, no. Lab-grown chicken isn't being sold in U.S. grocery stores, but it likely will be one day, when the production and distribution costs make it a more profitable process. And just like farm-raised meat, it will bear the same USDA seal of approval found on all meat products, because it is subject to the same inspection process as conventionally produced meat. With your Verify and a lot of grocery shopping to do, I'm Ariande Till.
We're working on learning everything we can about Threads to help you stay looped in on the new app, and that includes reading the terms and conditions. How do Twitter and Threads treat your personal data? Let's verify.
Much of their legal language is the same. On both platforms, you own the content you post, as long as that content wasn't copyrighted. Both companies' terms say you're giving them and everyone else on the platform the right to use, share, and modify your content without having to pay you. Threads' parent company Meta adds if you want to delete a post, it could remain on their servers for 90 days before it's fully removed. They both collect a lot of data about who you are, where you are, your friends, and your interests, both sharing that data with advertisers, partners, and even law enforcement during investigations. Data is also used in research and development to make the apps better. Meta also shares your data with researchers. Twitter says it also collects content of direct messages sent privately on the platform. While Threads does not have that feature yet, Meta says it doesn't use the content of private Instagram or Facebook messages for targeted advertising.
The head of Instagram says the company is still working on additional features like messaging, a chronological timeline, and other features users are asking for. As the algorithm changes, we'll keep an eye out for how your data usage may change as well. With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
Welcome back. Want to have whiter teeth but don't want to deal with the messy strips or the sensitivity that goes with it? Well, you're in luck. The brand that brought you Power Whitening Gel has created new Smile Actives Pro Whitening Gel with 33% greater whitening power. Effective tooth whitening can be achieved at home by simply adding the Pro Whitening Gel to toothpaste every time you brush. No change to your routine, no extra time or effort needed. In a clinical study, users saw an improvement of up to 8 shades after using the gel for just 30 days. Smile Actives is safe and effective and will work on crowns, bonding, and dentures. Order Smile Actives today for a special summer sale, buy one, get one free offer. Don't wait to get your brighter, whiter smile. Call 800-700-4040 or visit smileactives.com today. How'd that feel, guys? How'd that feel coming back after vacation?
Feel like you kicked the dirt off the tires, as you always like to say?
Yeah, no, there's still a little mud left on the flaps.
Okay. All right.
I was ready to come back. I'm glad we got this in under the books. Under the wing.
Wow, so you're still kicking it off.
I think of it. I was like, is it under the wing? Wait, under the Well, help me out then, Erica, what I'm trying to say.
No, leave him hanging.
We'll do better tomorrow.
I'm glad
we'll
we got
see
it in
ya.
the books.
Under the books.